on, Ronnie. Good boy. Come on, Ronnie.
Hi, I'm Chris Roberts, otherwise known as Ranger Chris. I'm from Aberdare and I'm 43 years old.
Come on, Eva.
I've always had a passion for prehistoric life, so I really wanted to do something that I enjoy doing and loved.
And they're going to make the dragons. You excited? Whatever you do, don't eat them, okay? You as well, don't eat them.
Wow.
Chris's dinosaurs aren't the only blast from the past to hit the den tonight, as Joe Wicks makes a welcome return as a guest dragon.
Joe, I'm glad you came back. The dragons didn't scare you off.
No, you didn't scare me off. I loved it, and I'm just really grateful that you've invited me back. So I thought, you're going to get me in once, then kick me out and say no. But, I'm here, so I'm ready to get going again. Let's invest.
Let's do it.
Once that goes green, we walk in, okay? And let's go.
We've been trading for 8 years, and it is time to take the business forward to the next level. This is it. I'm well versed at taming dinosaurs, and today I'm hoping I can tame those dragons.
Good luck, Eva. Good luck, Ronnie.
Wow.
Wow. Oh. Look at that. Whoa, it's scary.
Easy. Back it up. Back it up. Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Eva. Back it up a little bit for me. Woo.
Hello, dragons. My name is Ranger Chris, and I'm the proud owner of Dinomania. Dinomania, we use these amazing puppets that you see in front of you, and many others, actually, to entertain and educate children all over the UK. We don't just educate, though. We actually also visit many festivals. We go to lots and lots of different events and museums. And we even have our own very special Dinomania tour that tours the UK, selling tickets to our amazing show where these dinosaurs come up close and personal to all of the children and adults who come along. And we now are becoming one of the largest dinosaur entertainment businesses in the UK. And to date, we currently have over 3 million combined followers online. So why am I here today, you may ask? Well, we're thinking of actually opening up our very own Dinomania base camp, a fixed location where children and adults can come along and learn more about dinosaurs and the prehistoric world.
Wow.
So, dragons, I'm looking for £100,000 for 15% of Dinomania in its entirety. And we're hoping that today, well, you know what? I've been taming these dinosaurs for a long time. We're hoping to tame some of you dragons today. So, no, behave. But does anyone want to come up and maybe...
Could I?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
I'd love
Do you want
to.
to come forward? Come on. You behave, though. I give them a little bit of a...
Bringing dinosaurs to life through educational tours and workshops is the offering from Chris Roberts.
The eyes are amazing. They're so good.
He's looking for a £100,000 investment
Good girl. What she doesn't bite there.
in return for a 15% share of his business.
Well done. Come on then, you.
Guest dragon Joe Wicks
Thank you, guys. Well done.
is first up with the questions.
Oh.
Ranger Chris, what a pitch, mate. I absolutely love that. You've got me captivated.
Thank you.
And your personality and your energy and your presentation of that is incredible. So I want to know, what's your background and how did you become Ranger Chris?
It's a long story. My background's actually in window fitting.
Didn't see that one coming.
And I didn't really like it, to be honest. But when I first saw one of these dinosaurs on YouTube, funny enough, I actually thought I need to get one. And the story started there, really, when I got my first dinosaur, Ronnie the T-Rex.
It's amazing. They're so realistic. And obviously I've got 4 kids myself and they love anything dinosaur. It's such an imagination thing. It really brings its life, seeing them move as well.
Yeah. And that's one of the key aspects of the business. When you're sitting there as a child with your toys, playing with dinosaurs, and you just want them to become real again. And that's one of the things we've gone for in the business.
So talking about real, tell me the numbers. Give me some hard numbers about the business, the growth, what you've been doing.
So just before COVID, we were turning over 150,000. and we netted a small profit of 7,000, I believe. And then, of course, COVID hit. That year, we only turned over 23,000 with a net of minus 37. But the next year, we took it up to 280,000 in turnover. The net was 90. And then the year after, we done a 268 turnover, and the net was minus 27. And now we currently are looking at 270,000 with a net of around 30.
When I look at the growth profile of your business from a revenue perspective, over the last 3 years, you've been pretty much stagnant.
Stagnant, you're correct, yeah.
And so as an investor, for me to get a return anytime soon in the next sort of 5-6 years, we need to see some pretty considerable growth.
Yes.
How big do you think this business can be, and how do you prove that to me?
So I'm a one-man band. I've been doing it all on my own for the past 8 years. And there's only one of me, and I've started to learn that now. And I think we need to make more teams that can go to different festivals. We do loads of festivals.
So your idea is to hire more Chris's around the country?
Not just more Chris's, more teams that can go into schools,
Okay.
Educational-wise.
And how big do you think this business could be?
The business, with regards to, we talked about the base camp at the beginning, making a fixed location. I think that fixed location can be a huge success. With even a 60% capacity, you're talking about the base camp turning over about 1.2 million.
You said you have 3 million followers online.
Mm-hmm.
What platform were you referring to? And
So we got 1.5 million on YouTube.
Okay.
1.6 million when I sorry.
Subscribers?
Yeah, subscribers.
That's amazing.
And we've got 1.5 million on TikTok.
Okay,
Yeah.
What is the average view you get on a YouTube video?
On a YouTube video, on a short, the average view on a short can be anywhere between 20,000 to 30,000, but we've had some massive ones as well. Obviously.
On a long form video?
Long
so
form
not a
is
short.
terrible.
Okay, so on a long form video, what's your average view?
Average view, 2,000.
Okay, so
There's the problem, yeah.
So something's happened with your YouTube channel, because it's a channel with 1.6 million subscribers should never be getting 2,000 views.
I often look at it myself, and I've been sort of trying to work it out. This is one of the reasons I'm here today, to be honest.
Shorts, what happened was YouTube promoted shorts and it really pumped everyone's channels. But the real important thing is that longer term sort of average view time.
How many of the videos are shorts? Most of them?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say 90%.
Okay, so that's an explanation.
Yeah, we do a lot of shorts.
Ranger
yeah.
Chris.
Hello.
Your actual plan for growth is this base camp.
Yes, yeah.
And where would it be, and what are the characteristics that you're looking for in order to put it in a particular location?
So I'm looking for somewhere with a high footfall. That would be quite important. We have looked for one venue in Swansea. That's very good links, a very good parking.
And what would that cost you?
It was 8,000 a month.
8,000 a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's doable. And what would be the setup cost?
The overall setup costs, we're looking at around 80 to 100,000. So
I've got to say 80 to 100,000 sounds really tiny when you're looking at a theme park to attract people.
I'm not going to call it a theme park as such.
Okay, what is it then?
A base camp. So
yeah, well,
it's
you
an
might
indoor.
call it a base camp. All right, I'm just
Yeah.
talking generic.
Okay, so if we look at it in other respects, sort of where you'd see kids go into a soft play area, it would be like that, where there's dig pits for kids and things like that, but they'd have the added extra of the walk around dinosaurs, lots of sort of interactive animatronics and things like that.
Ranger Chris, Tuka. Hi.
Hello, Tuka.
Well, one-man band,
Yes,
you've been amazing.
thank you very much.
Been amazing. So, first of all, are you taking a salary out of all this?
I am, yes, yeah. My salary at the moment is about £1,000 a month.
And can you live on that?
No. Luckily enough, I've got a fantastic wife who has a fantastic job. She works very hard,
And she's supporting you.
she is doing an amazing job of supporting me. Yeah.
So I'm very curious about this fixed location.
Yes.
Assuming you walk out of this den, you get an investment from one or whatever dragon, how does that first 2 or 3 years in that one location look like financially?
The fixed location, the first base camp, if we opened, I'm going to say for the first year, you're looking at a net profit of about 300k.
So in other words, from the 300 profit,
Yeah,
you could think about opening number 2.
definitely. Definitely base camp number 2, base camp number 3.
So basically, how many do you believe you yourself
Yeah.
could actually grow this to? So if we're going into year 1, and let's say every year you open one for 3 or 4 years, how big can this get?
If we did open one per year, for instance,
Yep.
I think we could easily do 5 to 6 different venues in the UK.
So that would be 5 million, 6 million?
Yes, yeah, you'd
You'll
obviously...
have worked out some, just to give us an
of course.
idea of...
So, say we opened 3, for instance,
Yeah.
then I think realistically, then you're looking at around about 4 million.
Ranger Chris, I've got to jump in.
Peter.
This is a bit of a dinosaur of a business. I mean, you've spent a long time trying to build a business here.
Yes.
And you're now giving forecasts that I think are frankly impossible.
Okay.
The reality is that you have created a really interesting business for you.
Yes.
And you have created a business that has not given you much income. However, it's probably brought a lot of joy to a lot of young people. For this to have any opportunity of becoming a business at all, you have to have one thing, scale. And there is no question that one person can get scale. You know, look what Joe has done.
Yes.
He brought the whole nation together, a time when we desperately needed something.
Yeah.
And he had the most amazing impact, not just because of his personality, it was because he was bringing something to the community. And you can clearly see that he was passionate about doing that.
Yeah.
And I think you're that person too. And I think that's where we're at. But how do we scale this? How do we scale this is what I'm questioning, because that's what I'm concerned
course.
about.
So-
Having a venue, I don't think is the answer for you, because you're going to have, for £80,000, you'll have a piece of land and a terrapin. And that's not good enough. So I can't invest because I just don't see there's room for an investor here. I'm going to say that I'm out. But thanks for bringing some dinosaurs into
Bye.
the den to meet some dragons.
Thank you, Peter.
Chris,
Hi.
I am getting massive deja vu from when you were talking about the projections and the business and the figures. So we, in my business, we had a successful business and we decided to open fixed premises. And if we could take X amount turnover, we had a fixed overhead base, making this amount of profit, and then we'd roll and one would fund the next and would fund the next. Exactly what you just explained to Tuga. And I got wrapped up in when we were doing it and I got really excited. But then the reality, you know, if you don't hit that 1.2 million and you only hit $1 million, that 200 is straight off your bottom line because you've got your fixed overheads.
Yeah.
And it so quickly can become what looks so great on paper. The reality is starkly different. So I'm really worried for you on the new business front. But your existing business, you've done a great job getting it where it's got to, building that business, making it profitable, everything.
Yeah.
You are a successful businessman. Hold on to that, take that forward and make a bigger success of the business that you've got.
Thank you.
But I can't invest. So I'm going to say I'm out. But wish you all the luck.
You know, as I've sat here and listened to this conversation, we're spending all of our time interrogating the financials of a new business. And so we're not investing in the product we have in front of us. We're investing in a promise. We're not investing in the business. We're investing in your belief. And that's really an issue as an investor, because even well-intentioned beliefs and well-intentioned promises don't always come true.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that I'm out, but I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Ranger Chris, I would urge you, you have got something that people want, you know, and you're brilliant.
Thank you.
They're brilliant. So I'd use what you got. Use what you got, and it's you. It's those amazing dinosaurs.
Yep.
You know, and your ability to be agile and move around and show these to loads of different people. So I wish you all of the best, and I know you're going to find a way to it. But I won't be investing. I'm out.
Thank you.
Well,
Tuka.
you've come here pitching a business you've already got.
Yes.
And I helped you a little bit. I always say it's like making a movie without a script in your head.
Yeah.
That's what I did for you. How big could it be?
Yeah.
Right? But the script wasn't really there. And because you've got your passion, and because this is your business, I don't think you want an investor. Honestly. But I like you. And I hope you go far. But today, I'm not going to join in that journey. And I'm out.
Thank you, Tuka.
Ranger Chris, before I do my close, I just want to ask you a question. Are you a dad? Have you got kids?
Yeah.
I bet you're an amazing dad. I can see you on YouTube doing longer form content. I can see you, like, if you can capture that excitement and education, because I'm always looking for channels where my kids can learn and watch and have fun at the same time. So I would, if I were you, if I was in your position with your kind of passion and all these amazing, you know, assets you've got, the dinosaurs, I would try and focus on longer form YouTube content, because if you worked hard, before you know it, you could be earning 2, 3, 4, 5 grand a month. It's really possible. Like, you don't need millions of views to have a really good channel. And so I would focus on that, you know, do what you're doing and try and bring that into longer form content, like little 7 or 8 minute episodes. It could be amazing. And I'd tune in, me and my kids will be watching it. So yeah, I want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
This is a business I don't think I can invest in, but I think you're gonna do amazing. So good luck, and I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Good
very
luck,
much.
mate.
That's it for Ranger Chris, whose time in the den draws to a close, leaving his chances of investment with a dragon as dead as the dinosaurs.
Of course, I'm a little bit disappointed, but I think that they really did love the dinosaurs. They loved me as well, which is what the ultimate aim was.
I thought your point about long form YouTube was really on the money.
Yeah.
We're going to go and do a show tomorrow, which is going to be amazing. And it has inspired me a little bit to push myself a little bit harder and maybe prove them wrong. Wow. I love my business, and it's going to continue with or without the dragons.
Hi, my name's Steve and I'm from Swindon, and this is my business partner Sam, and he's from East London. Energy.
Our product is trying to shake up the way things have always been done in a particular industry, and also it's an alternative to dairy for those on a plant-based diet.
Oh,
Interesting.
What's Nooch?
Plant-based seasoning. Cool. I like the brand. It's pretty cool.
We're hoping for Joe and Deborah.
Deborah can bring a lot of experience especially in the vegan food and drink space, and Joe is, nutritionist, sports, all that sort of thing. So it's, great fit for us.
My heart just went crazy. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Mine too. You ready to face the dragons?
Yes, let's do it. Okay.
What are you doing? Hot potatoes.
Hi, Dragons. My name is Sam.
And I'm Steve, and we're the co-founders of Notorious Nooch. We're here today asking for a £100,000 investment in exchange for 20% equity in our fast-growing vegan food brand. We would love to reinvent the way people get their essential vitamin B12 using our delicious plant-based nutritional yeast seasonings. Our range includes 3 flavours: cheesy, smoky bacon, and grilled chicken. They're all packed with protein, B vitamins, vitamin B12, and they're all plant-based. Our Nooch is naturally flavoured and, Nooch, nutritional yeast, Nooch for short. It's naturally flavoured and designed to be used by the handful. So you can throw it on beans, soups, salads, pasta. It makes a great cheese pasta sauce. We flavour our nutritional yeast with yeast extract, and a teaspoon will give you 94% of your daily recommended intake of vitamin B12 and over 2 grams of complete protein.
Within just 4 years, we've managed to get stocked in over 600 stores nationwide, including major retailers such as Holland & Barrett and Whole Foods, as well as hundreds of independent health food stores via our 10 trade distributors. The market opportunity for Notorious Nooch is huge, from vegans and vegetarians looking for B12 to flexitarians and meat eaters looking for more plant-based nutrition in their diet. Thank you so much for your time today. We're going to give you guys some samples.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely.
A plant-based nutritional yeast seasoning, rich in vitamin B12 and protein, is the offering from Steve Wildish and Sam Fresco.
Shall I take one of them?
Yes, just take one. It's got the cheesy seasoning on.
They're seeking £100,000 in exchange for 20% of their company.
Now, what's on this?
That's still got the cheesy seasoning on.
Thank you.
The samples have garnered a healthy response from guest dragon Joe Wicks.
I like the taste of it. Really nice.
But can the pair persuade the dragons to nourish their company's coffers with cash?
Well, Sam and Steve, thank you for that lovely presentation. It's funny because I keep seeing this stuff pop up on Instagram. People making cheesy sauces and pastas with this. What I always think it looks like fish food that you spring in top of the tank. I don't know what it is. What is nutritional yeast and where'd you get it?
Yeah, so it's yeast essentially. So there's a factory in Paris where we source our yeast. I think it's baker's yeast, and it's grown in a tank of molasses, and then they dry it out, and they then take the yeast flakes and they toast them to different temperatures, which provides different flavourings.
Incredible. So, if you want to tell me a little bit about your how long you've been running for and what your numbers have been?
We're running for 4 years. Our year in September. So year 1 we did 18k. In year 2 we did 39k, and in year 3 we did 77k. So strong 90% growth year on year. So 135k as of last September.
That's brilliant. And so, how big is the opportunity in the UK? I mean, it feels like a niche kind of. Is it a vegan product, or can anyone use this? And will you start to see this being used in all kinds of recipes?
Anyone can use it, but vegans typically use it to have a B12 supplement. So it's very popular in the vegan community, and vegans are our primary consumer.
I love the branding. Tell me a little bit about how you got to this. So you got a design background, or did you get an agency to do it?
Yes, so we are also the agency too. So we designed it ourselves.
It's amazing. It's quite fun. Yeah, it's a fun packaging. Pretty cool.
You've got a design agency. How big is the design agency?
It's about 15 people now.
Okay, you've been running that together for a long time?
About 5 years,
Yeah, about 5.
5 years. So what size is that business in terms of revenue?
About 1.5.
1.5 billion. Okay, it's quite typical of agency owners.
Yeah.
to launch a product after getting sick and tired of working with other people's brands. But what's your gross margin in that first year when you did 18k?
First year was -7 gross profit loss. Second year lost 7k, and third year lost 100 quid.
-7 year 1, and what's your net?
Net -47 year 1, -83 year 2, -70 year 3.
If I was a client of yours and I came to you with this and I said, in 3 years' time, with all your skills as a design and marketing agency, how much money are we going to be making? You wouldn't say to me we could be losing 70k and making 70k revenue.
Correct, yeah.
So I don't understand what's going on, because you have the skill sets. You've just revealed to me that you have marketing skills, branding skills. This is a side project. You're making 1-point-something million doing something else. So I don't blame you for not being focused, because I wouldn't be if I was making 1-point-something million somewhere else.
Sure.
So are we investing in your hobby?
No, we're very focused on this. And essentially, we're trying to create something new and trying to bring a new brand to market. So we're not making this on our kitchen table kind of thing. We've partnered with some of the biggest players in the space. The idea is we're basically focusing on building that distribution network. Obviously, the brand and distribution are kind of key to this being something we can grow over the next sort of 3 to 5 years and build a business of real value.
Sam, Steve, is this a new category? Is this out there already, this type of product?
Yeah.
So yeah, the existing main competitor has been around in the market for about 30 years. It's in basically every single major supermarket.
Okay, so people know what Nooch is. That is terrible branding. It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken gone wrong. I don't even get I love the name, Notorious Nooch, but there should be something about that. Can you do me a favour? Will you take this?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is just think about it for 10 seconds, and I want one of you to give me a 30-second advert.
Oh, that's brutal. Thank you.
So you're now... This is now you, it's an advert for this business. Give me the 30-second elevator advert that's going to go out to consumers.
Okay. This is our flavoured nutritional yeast. This is the grilled chicken seasoning. You can sprinkle it on anything. There's no recipe required, and it's the only nutrient you need in your diet.
Okay, what have we missed here by doing that? There's two things. One, I'm a consumer. I've got no call to action. The second thing is I haven't received your why. And I think that's what this lacks. This lacks a little bit of your why. I'll take that back. I'll answer the question in a second, but what I want you to share with me is, what is your why for this product? Why do I care and why should I buy it?
You might not buy it, but those on a vegan diet probably would, because they need B12 in the diet.
So isn't now this starting to get your why? You go out there with why this is important.
Yeah.
You have to have this in your diet
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
this is the best seasoning product in the market because. And if you buy this, this is what will happen. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not getting the why, and that was really important for me because not being vegan, I don't really understand it, but I understand how to sell.
Have we got any vegans here?
Might have. So they're absolutely right. I always have a tub of nutritional yeast. I actually do quite enjoy it. But what do we worry about? We worry about B12 and protein. And this does both of those things. I also kind of agree with Joe and Peter. I think this is good branding, and I think it's terrible branding. And I think it's good branding because that, to me, looks like a set of goods. If you had those on the shelf, I would know they belong to the same family. And I would get to know what that family was. But they undersell your name, and your name tells everybody exactly what it is. So what's the thinking behind that? Why have you hidden your name?
So we initially had the name Cheesy Nooch, or Nutritional Yeast Flakes, right at the top, but we found, like, from some kind of market research and feedback, that people were slightly confused with what to do with it. So we added in the word seasoning, so it's cheesy seasoning, which kind of opens it up into its actual use.
Okay, so that actually does start to make sense. Looking at that, I know where. How do I know that's plant-based? Your biggest selling point, I know how you know, because down there is the tiniest, see that?
Yeah, I would have missed it.
Illegible little badge that says it's plant-based. I would go straight past that. I think, oh, that's smoky bacon seasoning. That's not going to be plant-based, is it? So I completely see why you're not growing. I think that's confusing. I think it's really, really confusing, and I'm your customer. Absolutely your customer.
Is it not the case that you're kind of caught between two positions? We talk about branding and positioning, but maybe one position, the left pole of the positioning is Nooch, which is for vegans. And then the right pole of positioning is healthy seasoning, and that's for everybody. And so you're in this weird spot in the middle where, you know, I tasted it and thought, this is really lovely. I looked at the back, I thought, oh my God, look at that nutritional profile. The amount of protein in this, and it tastes that good. I was like, oh my God, you should have just come in and said, this is healthy seasoning. You know, but you said Nooch, so my brain positioned you over it as this vegan Nooch product that I've never heard of before. But you're given Janzennial packaging, and so I'm a bit confused. And I think sometimes when your positioning isn't super clear, and when you do take the risky approach of trying to create basically a new position, the education that has to come with it is difficult. I don't need to be a vegan or a Noocher to want to put this on my food. But again, I didn't know it was for me. Because you walked in and it says vegan there, you said vegan, Nooch, 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 no idea what that is. So I would never pick that off a shelf. So I'm going to say that I'm out, but I wish you the very best.
Cool, thank you.
Firstly, this whole category is, like, food and beverage is really challenging. It's so competitive. So I really love that you've tried to take something that's a pretty boring looking ingredient on a shelf and you've made it cool. And I think it's quite fun. It's quite Gen Z, isn't it? Like the design, and I suppose, you know, veganism is on the rise, but I still do feel like it's quite niche. So I find this really hard. This is the hardest. I'm finding this one quite hard because I really love what you've done, and I actually emotionally I'd love to invest in you because I think you're doing something different. But I think practically I'm just thinking it does feel so niche, and the kind of volume you've got to do for it to be successful, like, you know, hundreds of thousands of units to really make it a success. And I'm kind of worried that you're going to just put so much into it, and I'd hate to see, you know, you put more and more into it and it not succeed. And therefore, like, I know that I would emotionally just want to keep pumping money into it myself because I'm quite sensitive in that sense. So I think I'd end up giving you a lot more than the 100K you want to get it where you need it to be. So I want to wish you the best of luck, but just let you know that I'm out on this one.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Sam and Steve, do you know what? I'm not sure it's a reflection of you as people. You've got an agency background. I think you've basically created a product in your spare time throughout your agency, and you've taken it to market. You've done probably one thing that many people will never do. I don't think you probably need to spend a lot more money now, because you're there. It's a market-ready product. You've taken great feedback today, clearly, on the branding. You know what you need to change. You know the messages that you need to be clearly selling this product. I think hopefully that's the thing that you're going to walk away with today. And you're an agency that can create your own advert for this business, I'm sure. So for that reason, I'm out. But thanks for bringing it to my attention today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll tell you where I am. Most entrepreneurs that come in the den are not in a position that you're in, with a fallback. They come in here and it's their dream. They're passionate about it. And that is it. It's either make or break in a lot of cases. Yep. And first of all, I don't see that in you guys. You have something to fall back on. You're lucky. So my advice is very simple. Don't give up your day job. Stick to your day job, because you might need that in the future. But this is not investable. For that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam and Steve. Tuka touched on something there actually, which really hit a chord for me. It's passion. I always say when I sit in this chair, I don't invest in the business, I invest in the entrepreneur. You haven't instilled in me that you've got the passion, the drive and the excitement for this business or this product. And I think the product's great. So actually the product's won me over. It's you guys that haven't won me over, and that's a real shame. So I'm sorry, it's not an investment for me today. I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would definitely be a customer for this. However, I think this is muddled. I think you've lost your way a little bit on this. And I think what's happened is that it's gone onto the shelves. It hasn't sold through as well as you've expected it to sell through. You've tried to find out why that is. You've kept changing things. It's kind of ended up in a place that's lost its reason to be. So I think you do need sharpen. You've got to decide what you're trying to say on that front. Right, you know, if it is for vegan, shout that it's vegan. If it's for nutrition, shout that it's nutrition. But they are lovely. I cannot criticise the taste. They're very nice. They deliver exactly what a vegan wants delivered. But I'm afraid I won't be investing. I'm out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
That's it for Sam and Steve, whose product failed to whet the dragon's appetite to invest. But the entrepreneurs leave the den with plenty of food for thought.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit to think about around positioning, messaging, how we communicate it. And if it's not landing with them, then clearly some bits need to be tweaked.
Next to face the dragons were Andrew Telfer and Jill Erskine. The husband and wife team were seeking £40,000 in return for a 10% share in their business, Wild Strong.
What do you reckon?
Parkour in the park. Do you know what parkour is?
No.
It's when they like, parkour, parkour, parkour.
You all right?
Outdoor movement and strength classes, intended to improve joint health, flexibility and endurance, were the actual offering. And the dragons were keen to put a typical exercise to the test.
So, Deborah, if you could just stand over here. I want you to imagine you're a cat burglar. And these right here, believe it or not, are lasers. And what I want you to do is I want you to get from point A to point B.
Okay.
Okay? And he is going to help you. I'll get out of your way if you want to stand there.
I'll go nice and easy to begin with.
Okay. Come on. Speed up.
Yeah, don't be too kind. Don't be too kind. Yeah, get her low a little bit. Great. And she's made it over to their side. I'll take those.
Deborah Meaden may have been light on her feet,
Watch her, she'll be burgling your house.
But Tuka Suleiman was more interested in maths than mobility.
Jill and Andrew, let's get some idea of numbers.
So the year ending 2023, we had a turnover of 21,700 and a loss of £7,200. And then the year ending 2024, we had a turnover of 24,000 and a loss of 6,000.
About 6,000. This year, we're on track to have a revenue of, I think, 54,000, and we'll have a net profit this year of about 4,500.
How are you living?
We're working on this on the side.
So you want us to invest in a business where you're not full-time.
Yeah.
You've got very small turnover. How do I get my money back?
So if we can scale up our team so that we can offer more courses, projected revenue will be 262,000.
262,000, that's
Yeah.
right.
The part-time entrepreneur's modest turnover rang alarm bells with Peter Jones.
This is no more than a bit of a side play, sort of get outside, have a bit of fun, and come and join my club.
Well,
that doesn't make this a business at the moment.
If I may, we've identified a gap in the market. Within that, currently, we are oversubscribed.
But you might have identified a gap in the market, but at the moment, there's no market in that gap.
Sorry, I disagree. We've sort of consciously tried not to scale up too quickly because we really wanted to make sure we were ready before we got investment.
The couple believed their business was in good shape to clinch a deal. Would fitness guru Joe Wicks agree?
I started my career running a boot camp in Old Deer Park in Richmond, so I love this concept. And you can see, look at her hanging from the tree. She loves it, doesn't she? But it's not really a business that I can put 40 grand into because you're going to iron it out real quick. And you're going to say, Joe, I need another 40 grand. So I hate saying no, but I don't think I can invest in this one. So good luck, but I'm out.
Thank you.
Sadly for Andrew and Jill, none of the Dragons felt moved to invest. But it wasn't just the entrepreneurs who were left feeling the strain.
It's tough being a dragon, Joe, isn't it?
It is tough, yeah, because you want to give everyone a chance, don't you?
This is it. Hi, my name's Amelia, and I'm Lydia, and we're sisters and co-founders from London.
How you feeling?
A bit nervous. We got this. This year has been such a whirlwind. We left our jobs and we essentially launched a business, which is kind of daunting. God, here we go. Here we go. We're first-time founders, and although it's been a massive learning curve, with the help of one of the Dragons, we know that we can make it really far, really quickly. This business is so close to our hearts, and we're so, so passionate about this area. You can't shut us up. Hello, Dragons. My name is Lydia. And I'm Amelia. And we are the founders of Ivy. And we're here today to ask for £75,000 in return for a 3% equity stake in our company. So to start with, I'm going to tell you about Carol, who for 12 years worked her way up the career ladder to a senior leadership position before she decided to take a career break to have 3 daughters. When she felt eager to return to work, she hit a wall. The application process was a minefield. As a result, she ended up taking a massive salary cut for a role far below her qualifications, and her potential was wasted. 2 of Carol's daughters are standing here before you. Witnessing our mum's struggle firsthand inspired us to build Ivy, a community-driven marketplace that connects women returning to work with companies eager to access this untapped talent. Because this isn't just our mum's story, it's the story of millions and millions of women. In the UK alone, 7 out of every 10 women will struggle to return to work, the majority taking lower-paying roles into fields that stunt their career trajectory. First and foremost, Ivy is a community where women can openly discuss their return to work challenges. Through Ivy, you can build confidence through accessing career guides, templates, and resources to put you in a position where you feel confident to not only apply for, but to land roles. So, just like Carol, you can create a profile on the Ivy platform and start browsing for roles based on the flexibility that you need. Every company has a returner rating, which spotlights the key important policies that are often quite difficult to find. We use behavioral nudge theory to actually encourage you to apply where you otherwise might not have had the confidence to do so. For example, highlighting if you're a top match. And if you still have questions, we have our AI career guide, which is here to help, providing specific content that is tailored to your career break length, your industry, and your skill set. At Ivy, we envision a world where a career break is just a break, not a reset. Now, it's too late for our mum, but we are here to fix it for the next generation and make returning to work, work.
An online platform to help people back into the workplace after a pause in their career is the brainchild of sisters Amelia and Lydia Miller. They're seeking £75,000 in return for a 3% share of their business. First to find out more is Stephen Bartlett.
Lydia and Amelia, that was such a fantastic pitch.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I really want to understand the business and what the actual product is here, because I work with LinkedIn Recruiter. I've spent some of my life building social networks, so I understand the complexities of network effects and user acquisition, all the troubles that you'll be facing. So is this a recruitment platform for women at that stage of their life where they're returning to work? Is that really what it is?
Yeah, so women that are returning to work. So this is not from maternity leave, but they're out of the workforce, they do not have a job, and they're looking to return back into work. This usually happens when their first child goes to nursery, when they have that time again. At this point, they're in the job market, and there are key problems that keep coming up every time. The biggest one is confidence. And so that's why we're not just a jobs board. We offer community, we offer upskilling, we help them understand what they've missed on, let's say they've been out for 3 years.
Yeah.
What's AI? If you've been out 3 years, you wouldn't know that.
You know, it's so interesting. So the product itself, though,
Yeah, so as the journey as a returner is you sign up, you can access the community. You can then use our jobs platform to browse the roles that are live. The only roles that go on there are from pre-vetted companies that will be paying us a subscription to post their roles and to hire from this talent pool.
Okay.
Amelia, Lydia, hi. Oh.
Hello.
Music to my ears.
Oh,
Honestly,
God.
I talk to so many brilliant women who somehow, when they're returning to work, have lost all the confidence they've built up through their career and somehow believe that they have lost their value, you know. So honestly, absolutely music to my ears. The question is this going to help them? Now, this is currently in use, you say?
Yes.
Okay, so we're out of testing phase?
We're still in the testing phase, I'd say. We started trading 1 month ago.
Oh. Okay, and so who's on there? Who's using it at the moment?
So in terms of the paying company clients that we have, we've gone for 4 very different clients. The reason being we want to test it on different sized companies and in different industries. On the returner side, our marketing channel has been directed at women who are returning to marketing, finance, sales, customer service, and consultancy.
Girls, you've absolutely smashed this pitch. I love your energy. I can tell your sisters, you just bounce off each other, and I can just see how much this means to you. What a great idea. So I want to ask the question, you know, what do you do for a living? Have you both got jobs?
Yeah, so we actually left our jobs 4 months ago, which has been quite scary.
I love that. I love quitters, you know, because quitting's hard, right?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Quitting's awesome. Look at you. So go on, you quit your job. So what were you doing for work before?
So I am a published psychologist by trade through the University of Cambridge. After I left Cambridge, I did a massive 180 and went into banking. I then did another 180 and joined a health startup, doing a little bit of everything as a team member. And that hopefully has put me in a really good position to then jump and become a founder.
And what about yourself?
Yeah, so I was with Deloitte Ventures Corporate Venture Capital Fund, where we invested in a load of startups, which was really fun. Absolutely loved it.
You're a mini dragon, aren't you?
Yeah, one day, one day.
Do you know what?
I can't beat him. Can you give him stump him?
I'm going to try.
Please don't. No.
Hold my drink.
Guys, come on.
Hold my beer. So it's so wonderful because you're so wonderful, and it's so easy to be positive and optimistic when we're talking about plans and dreams. But the reality of scaling a social network is like chewing glass. It really is, because everybody wants to acquire customers, the same customers you want for their social network, their recruitment site, whatever. Because I know LinkedIn Recruitment. They've in pretty deep conversations with me about supporting them on a number of things. And I've also spent a long time scaling social networks, and I've chewed the glass, and I've gone through the pain. What are you going to do to beat out all of these other recruitment sites, communities, social networks that are trying to steal that customer?
Yeah, it's a really good question. And to answer that, I'd say, you found it so difficult. You did it, and you did it well.
I had to chew glass for 12 years since
Yeah,
I was
we
18
can
in
chew
San
glass.
Francisco.
Yeah, but
And burn cash. My software company in San Francisco has raised $31 million now. And it's probably, burnt $15 million of that just on the customer acquisition point.
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree with everything you've raised to that point. Providing genuine value through not only our community, but the jobs and the caliber of companies we have on the platform will lead to organic, waterfall, word-of-mouth referrals. Word-of-mouth referrals is zero cost. We're not funneling loads of spend into performance marketing, which a lot of startups at an early stage fall into the trap of doing. We know that. We don't want to do that.
And my last question is, are we part of a broader capital raise, or is this...
We closed off the round in March.
What was the valuation?
That was 2 million.
2 million. And you're going to need to raise a lot more capital.
Yeah, we're going out to raise again next year.
How much?
Between 1.5 and 2 million.
Think you might need to raise a little bit more.
And that's quite important to know now when you're asking for what you're asking for just 3%. Because whatever's going to happen, we've got to clearly either double down and follow on at higher, much higher valuations, or be diluted to a very small amount.
Yeah.
Lydia and Amelia, you two are brilliant. But I'm sitting on the fence and saying, what is the potential of this? Give me the figures for the next 2 years of what you believe you're genuinely going to generate, or are you here just a bit early?
So we'll be operating at a loss this year. So it will be 82 roughly £1,000 loss this year. 82.
So year 2?
Still a loss. Our aim is to hit profitability in between 4 and 5 years' time.
How long?
4 and 5 years' time. So in 3 years' time, we'll be at a £12 million annual recurring revenue. And in 5 years' time, where we scaled globally, we'll be at a 367 million annual net revenue business.
Well, I'm going to tell you where I am. I do believe in you. Unfortunately, I don't believe in your journey. It's too long. I think you'll get there eventually with determination, but you're going to need a lot of money. And I can't see myself putting more money in and more money in, because I think the return at the end will be very minute. So I'm going to say to you, I'm not going to join you on this journey. I'm out.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Lydia, Amelia, I'll tell you where I am. I think that the issue is scale over valuation. And investing at even 5% at a 1.5 million valuation with what you need, I believe that you're going to need the best part of 5 to 10 million to get this to a decent place, which means a lot more money going in after me investing if I was to make you an offer today. So I'm sorry, I'm going to say that I'm out.
Thank you.
Lydia and Amelia, valuation's hard. It's really hard. And this is the thing that's holding me back, because I like to be really excited, and I like a business to be the thing I'm thinking about in the shower, on the dog walk, because I think that's how you show up best as an investor. You really start to get obsessed with it.
Bartlett, come on, give him a chance. Don't talk yourself out of it. Stick with that train of thought.
Give him a chance too. You're the king of community.
I'm going to follow you.
You're going to follow me.
I think you'd be a great dragon for this. I really do.
I think you'd be a great dragon
Thanks
for
for
this.
backing us
Yeah,
up.
I'm with you.
You're the king
I'm
of
with you.
community.
Sorry, no, finish. I wasn't trying to interrupt. I was just saying I think they're great, and I think you're going to try and talk yourself out of it, I think. I'm fighting for you, girl. I'm rooting for you.
Where's my bloody notes? It's the valuation. It's annoying me.
Yeah, what's holding back? Purely valuation.
Girls, look, I'm going to get the ball rolling, okay? I'm a gambling man, and I want to take a punt on you. And look, I know you might not want my money because I'm just a fitness guy, but I know about digital acquisition. I've got a great team who could definitely help. So you've asked for £75,000 for 3%. I'd like to offer you the cash, £75,000 for 5% of the business. And yeah, I'll leave you with that. And obviously, let's see what the Dragons say, but hopefully they might jump on now and see how much of a great investment this could be.
Thank you so much for the offer.
Lydia and Amelia, I'm sure you are not remotely surprised to hear that I absolutely love this, and this is something very close to my heart. And the work that I do in this area, I don't know if you know, but I'm an ambassador of SmartWorks. Our purpose is to get women back into work. And also I do a lot of speaking and consulting with bigger businesses who are working hard on solving this problem in their company. Now, I don't have experience in building social networks. A lot of what you said today felt like Swahili to me. It really did. However, I can tell you now there is no better person sitting in this den who knows this problem firsthand, who is really an advocate and a voice out there for this. So I am prepared to make you an offer. However, I won't offer you all of the money. I am prepared to offer you £25,000, but for my £25,000, I would want 2% of the business, which means you'll still need to get the remaining 50,000 from one or more dragons.
Thank you very much for your offer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So, Lydia, Amelia, I disagree with Sarah. I think I equally have and have a long-term had a voice. I mean, whenever I talk to any organisation, particularly the women, I talk to them all the time about how difficult it is for them to get back into the war, has been, how difficult it is once they get there. So I know I've got a big audience in this, and I would love to be part of this. So I'm going to make you an offer, and I'm going to offer you all of the money. And I, too, want 5% of the business.
Thank you very much for the offer.
It's just me, isn't it? Bloody hell. I wasn't done thinking. Yeah, I think it's great. I think you're great. Okay, I really like what you're doing. And I like it for so many reasons. In terms of where I find myself in my career, where I'm a part owner in a recruitment business, and my background in technology. I first started working in San Francisco when I was 18. I've chewed all the glass, and I've chewed the glass so that you guys don't have to. So when I look at a business like this, the thing that I can add is I know the set of key problems that you're going to face. So I think I'm the perfect investor for you. So I am going to make you an offer. I'm going to make you an offer for the money you've asked for 7.5%.
Well, thank you very much for the offer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to go to the wall?
Yeah, have a chat.
We'll go to the wall.
Good luck. Take your time.
Thank you.
No rush.
Lydia and Amelia have received 4 rival bids.
That was so intense.
Sarah Davies has offered a third of the money for 2%, but that relies on teaming up with other dragons.
So we're happy to give away 6% of the company. That's the limit I said we'd go to.
Offering the full £75,000, Joe Wicks and Deborah Meaden both want a 5% stake for themselves.
Big negotiation. We could say, could we have you both half the money each for 6%? It's risky. That's halving our valuation. It's halving our valuation. Yeah.
While Stephen Bartlett wants a higher share of 7.5%, citing his experience in recruitment and tech as his key selling points.
7.5 is really steep. 7.5 is really steep. Okay, so...
We're back. That took a while.
That's all right.
First of all, thank you for your offers. We will say that we did come in here with 2 dragons in mind, and those dragons are Deborah and Stephen. And so what we'd like to propose is potentially a joint investment from you both. We were thinking the way it would work would be half of the money each for 6%. And Stephen, I know this is slightly less than you originally asked. We think this would be an amazing partnership.
I'm happy. What were you expecting, though? I mean, that's kind of the only thing they could do.
How do I get to the levels that I want to get to? Because that would leave me effectively with 3%. So typically the minimum I would do it would be about 5% for a company at this level. I really think I can change this business, but I also think I could offer you a floor in my office, which is an isolated penthouse floor in my central HQ in London, surrounded by exceptional people who have done what you're trying to do. And I'll include that in the deal. So I'm going to stick to my original offer. I liked my original offer. So my offer is 75,000 for 7.5% of the business.
You know, really would love the expertise of Deborah as well as part of this deal. And I think that's what's, for me,
yeah, I was going to say,
hesitating.
Stephen, is there a way we could encompass everything you've just said?
Yeah.
Essentially scale it all back from that 7.5% to a 5% investment today. So essentially taking the 75,000 down.
I would do that at 50K investment today.
At 50K investment today.
But then with I'll give you the floor in the office.
And could we have that floor for 2 years?
I'd like you to be in there. Okay, well, here's what I'll do. I'll do the 50K for 5%, and I'll give you 4 desks for 12 months.
OK, so I'm offering you 37,500 for the 3%.
Yes.
OK, and then the additional bit is the office space, Steve. I'm very happy with that.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah,
You got a deal?
Make a deal.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Success for the sisters
Yeah, well done.
as they win the backing of 2 dragons.
Well done, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to us and
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
With their expertise and profile behind this business, the sky's the limit.
My brain.
And this pair are already scaling new heights.
Did we just get the penthouse in Stephen Bartlett's London office? I'm kind of in shock at that.
Well, Stephen and Deborah, well done.
Founders like that, you just have to invest in.
Grab them. Grab them.
Have to invest in.
Stephen, they're a force. They're a force.
I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that.
We've got our 2 favourite dragons.
Got our 2 favourite dragons on board.
What are we going to do to celebrate? I don't know. Just try and digest everything and then call our mum, tell her the good news as well.
That's probably the first thing.
Yeah, we need to do that now. So happy. Yeah, on cloud 9. That was amazing.
Next time, the return of a special guest.
Look who's back, missus. Nice to see you again.
What did you think? Be honest.
It gets worse before it gets better.
I've heard that before.
Isn't that the biggest investment ever on Dragon's Den?
Wow!
They are singing and dancing. It is the Girl Group Challenge, and boy, do they have a pop queen to assist on BBC Three now. Here next, it's the first dirty deed about to be done. Stick around if you dare for the Celebrity Traitors.